Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with a video. I wanted to give you another vintage collection update video, show you some stuff that I got. A few items I'm going to be selling too if anybody's interested, but I want to show you this stuff so I can get it on the shelf, so let's take a look. So welcome into my channel. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe for more toy videos, 80s, 90s nostalgic videos, and things of that nature. Yeah, I got some really cool figures I'm very proud of, and I want to get them on the shelf, and then once I show them off, that means the other figures that I want to sell, I can put them up for sale because I don't need to make a video anymore or anything like that. So some pretty cool stuff, and then I got some pretty interesting, some pretty good figures that are going to go up for sale for maybe anybody that might need them for their collection. So let's take a look. All right, I've got a lot of cool vintage pickups of recent here. A few of them I'm going to be selling back, and some pretty significant upgrades to my vintage collections, Masters of the Universe knockoff collection stuff, and actual vintage Masters of the Universe. So it's pretty cool. Pretty excited about this stuff. So I guess I'll start with some knockoff, good old knockoff action stuff first. I picked up Remco Warrior Beast Hydras here. I thought this looked pretty good condition-wise. Pretty neat. I think I won that for, I basically paid about 18 bucks for this Hydras figure. Probably one of my favorite knockoffs, besides another one that I've just recently started on. I got a few figures for that line, but he seems to be in pretty good condition, and so I thought, why not? Let me go for it. So I'll be adding that to my Warrior Beast collection, so we'll have to rearrange that into the collection. Remco Warrior Beast Hydras, pretty cool. Alright, next we got a new toy line to me. It's a vintage knockoff Masters of the Universe early 80s toy line that I've quickly fallen in love with. It's pretty cool. Might be my favorite so far, at least my favorite Masters of the Universe knockoff line. This is Defenders of the Planets, and I went ahead and grabbed a couple figures and pieced them together for the most part. I got this guy here, and now I've forgotten this guy's name, but this vintage MOTU knockoff line actually steals the actual molds of the vintage Masters of the Universe legs. So the lower half is basically a straight Masters of the Universe ripoff, and then the upper body is like that of like Galaxy Warriors, Galaxy Fighters, and you'll see stuff like the shields and stuff like that are kind of similar to some of those lines. So I actually forgot who this guy is, but I think I've got him complete now. I got him a shield, so they have these gold shields. He's got his armor, and then he actually has a special mechanical arm, so I thought that was really, really cool. So, and then of course he has his unique head sculpt. So Defenders of the Planets, very interesting. We got that guy, and then we got this guy here, another good guy. He's the weapons master, I do remember that. So I think he needs a shield to be complete. I was able to find a seller that had the figure and his actual, this is his actual weapon. So what does the weapons master choose? His trusty old lead pipe. No, I don't know, but I thought he's really cool too, because he has a individual singular piece of plastic, different kind of head sculpt. So that was one thing I think is neat about this toy line, Defenders of the Planets, is they kind of have, looks like they put a little effort into the toy line. So for the Defenders of the Planets toy line, there's only actually six figures total, and then there's a bunch of like beasts and stuff that you can get with some pretty interesting knockoff choices. So I was happy to get my first two Defenders of the Planets, and I really like those guys. Alright, next, check out these Blackstar figures I got. The same seller that had some of the Defenders of the Planet stuff also had some random stuff that they gave me a deal on. So I got this gargoyle figure for Blackstar. I think he may have come with one of the figures I have in the background there. So I got that guy. And then he had this bird warrior. I'm not too happy with this guy. This is like a bird guard warrior or something. His stuff is broken in the back. I paid $6 for that, but I probably might end up passing this along and at some point. Condition, I'm not satisfied with that guy, but the main attraction I got here is I was able to win an auction for this guy. we've got John Blackstar, and this is a pretty nice condition one. And he was included with it. He actually has his real cape, which look at that little cape. Isn't that funny? So we got a nice John Blackstar figure. And then the Warlock Dragon. And I think this version of the Warlock Dragon, I don't know if it had a saddle or not. But maybe I need a saddle. But this dragon is in nice condition. And the wings work and everything. So I was really happy with this guy. He's really cool. So John Blackstar sits on there pretty nicely, and it's just a really neat mount and a really neat figure set here. All right, finally I picked up some Masters of the Universe items here and there. At one Goodwill toy lot, I did pick up a Mosquitor. He's pretty good, not good enough to upgrade on my collection, but his blood feature works. Now that I've had him standing up for a while, the blood settled and looks good. He has a few scuff marks on his face. Legs are tighter actually than my Mosquitor, but I think the cosmetic condition of my Mosquitor is just a little bit better. So I'm not going to be upgrading my collection with this guy. Blood feature works, so I'll be throwing this guy, or this guy's already for sale, but I picked up a Mosquitor. Then I won a bunch of auctions on high bid to really improve my collection here and get some interesting pieces too. So first off, I won this Cyclone here for $8, complete, nice condition. I don't know that it's necessarily an upgrade to mine. He's got a nice Atlas here, but this one will probably be going for sale. Nice complete Cyclone. That face paint is flawless. Everything's flawless about him for the most part. His legs are slightly loose, but other than that, he's good to go. Let's try the spinning action. Yeah, it's a nice Cyclone. So this one will more than likely be going up for sale. Very nice condition. Then I picked up a Whiplash for $8 as well on that auction. It's really nice condition. Legs are nice and tight. This is a really good Whiplash. Spear's a little bit nicer than my current spear for my Whiplash, so I'll be upgrading that. But very nice Whiplash. I guess going to be going for sale with a little bit less of a quality spear. So we got a Whiplash there. Then I got some really cool Skeletors here. First off, we got a... now, I thought this was a Dragon Blaster Skeletor. I mean, most indicators say that it is a Dragon Blaster Skeletor. It's a 1984 Mexico Skeletor. Hard rubber head. The only thing is these boots, even though they're the right color, there's no heel extensions on the boots. So that doesn't seem like Dragon Blaster Skeletor. So I'm not entirely sure, but this was pretty nice. I paid $10 for this one. And it came with this power sword, nice power sword. This one doesn't have any country of origin markings on it, just has a number 9 on it, or a 6, depending on, I guess, I think it's a 9 or a 6. And then, I think there's one little marking here on the Havoc staff, but it came with the power sword and Havoc staff, so for $10 I thought that was really a really good pickup. So, maybe a Dragon Blaster Skeletor, but I'm not sure because of the heels. I've actually got this book, Masters of the Universe Vintage Toys Reference Guide. Now in there, if I read correctly, they say that Dragon Blaster Skeletor should never have the eyebrows. However, I've seen so many Dragon Blaster Skeletors that are from Mexico that do have the eyebrows. And that's those two little black marks in between the eyebrows there. So now my Dragon Blaster Skeletor, which is like the Hong Kong one or whatever it is, that just says 1984 Mattel and doesn't have a country of origin on it, doesn't have eyebrows, which is what they say in the book is that's how a Dragon Blaster Skeletor is supposed to be. So I don't know. It's very confusing. It drives me insane trying to figure out exactly what I have, but they're cool. I guess for $10 I can't go wrong, right? Especially considering getting these nice accessories. Alright, next I picked up another Skeletor. This one's really nice. I paid only $4 for this one. This is a Battle Armor Skeletor Mexico variant. Everything works on it great. The action features working very nicely. The face paint is like flawless. This is like a flawless figure. It looks like pack fresh almost. There's a few little scuffs on the feet maybe, but other than that, yeah, Mexico Battle Armor Skeletor for $4. I thought that's probably the deal of the day, definitely. I mean, really proud of that one. So really happy to have that. Because my Battle Armor Skeletor is not the Mexico version, so now I got a different Battle Armor Skeletor variant. Pretty nice. I really enjoy Skeletor variants. Okay, couldn't make it out without a little bit of disappointment. I got this figure, and this is one of the ones I paid up for. I won the auction, but I paid 60 something for this auction because it was a half boot Skeletor, and he has nice armor. He had his Havoc staff and a nice unbroken power sword, USA power sword, Taiwan Havoc staff, and Taiwan armor. So we got a half boot Skeletor, and so I was looking for a half boot Skeletor that has the later edition face paint, basically the no peach cheeks. This still has the 3 eye color, the red, the blue, and the outline by the purple. This is a 1981 Taiwan Skeletor half boot. So this was a variant I was missing because I have 2 half boots, but they're both peach cheeks. I got a peach cheek with the purple trunks, the first edition. I've got a peach cheek with black trunks, but in half boot, which I think is probably the most rare one. That's like a second edition, and I think this would be like the third edition, basically, where they remove the peach cheek paint and still have the black trunks, but still have the half boot as well. Unfortunately, okay, that was a lot of speech about this figure, but the spring waist turns out to be broken, so obviously I couldn't see that in the pictures, so big letdown on that. Otherwise, this figure is very, very nice. Look at that face. I mean, for a half boot Skeletor, that's some pretty nice face paint. So yeah, a little bit of a letdown that the waist, I don't know, maybe I could just keep it anyways. Everything is nice on it. I just need a loin armor for it. Maybe I should just suck it up and just keep it with the spring waist not working. I don't know. Whenever you get into collecting, little details like that can drive you insane. But anyways, I guess I'll consider it still a win because he looks really good, and I have all these other variants of Skeletor anyways, so I guess I'll just keep him in my collection. Okay, in the grand finale, I got this guy here. We got a King Randor. I saw this King Randor and I'm like, yeah. I was like, look at this cape. The quality of this cape is very, very nice. Very good. So I have a King Randor, but I was missing the cape and the spear, and so now I was able to complete that. So this is the figure that I actually won. Won it for about 140 bucks. So I think for the cape alone, it's worth that, and especially with the spear too. King Randor himself is pretty nice condition. He's not quite as nice as mine, I think. I think these legs are a little bit slightly loose. He does have he has a tiny bit of the virus, you know, the Malaysia figures, because yeah, I think this King Randor is Malaysia. You can see a little bit on the legs. They call them virus, where they get these, the plastic starts to break down a little bit. It's just a minor one on this one. But yeah, this cape is immaculate and flawless. Looks legit to me, but it's so nice it makes you wonder, you know. It does make me question it a little bit, but look at that. So I'm gonna be able to complete my King Randor with some very nice accessories, and then I'll be throwing this King Randor up for sale because my King Randor's legs are a little bit a little tighter, and then one little detail is on this King Randor, this wrist bracer, for some reason the paint is breaking down a little bit, the color of it at least. Otherwise, this seems like a pretty fine King Randor. Nice, very nice face, crown, and everything. All that's looking good. So this one will be going up for sale, and now I get to complete my King Randor with some very nice accessories. Very cool. Alright, display update. There we go. Got my King Randor up there with the cape and spear. So now I've completed King Randor. Pretty happy about that. And over here, added in Hydras to my Remco Warrior Beasts. They're taller, but I like to put them in the front row because I really like those. They kind of hide the Galaxy Fighters and all that other stuff, though. Alright, then Skeletors. So here's that Mexico Battle Armor Skeletor. I'm just putting them down here for now. And then there's that maybe Dragon Blaster Skeletor Mexico. I don't know. And then there's the half boot one, half boot Skeletor with no peach cheeks. So real quick, I'll show you my other vintage Skeletor variants. Here's one of them. This is a full boot. So full boot, and then now on this Skeletor, the eyes only have two paint colors, the purple and the red, where the earlier versions still have red with a blue outline and then the purple. So there's an extra color in there. Then, okay, here's my regular, I forgot what country of origin. Is it USA for the other? Yeah, USA Battle Armor Skeletor. So got the USA and the Mexico variant now. And then right here is the Peach Cheek 1981 Peach Cheek Taiwan. Peach Cheek but black trunks. Most of them have purple trunks with the peach cheeks. My understanding is that is not the 8-back wave, but a wave that came out right out after that. But that's the only one I've ever found or ever seen so far. Then over here is a Peach Cheek Skeletor. But the big difference on that, Peach Cheek half boot, but the big difference on the original Skeletor is the purple trunks. You see there, they painted the trunks purple. So later they dropped that pretty much for any other wave. So for the Peach Cheek half boot Skeletor is the one with the purple trunks. That's supposed to be the very first Skeletor, basically, on the 8-backs. Oh, of course, I forgot. Yeah, other variants of Skeletor, of course. Terraclaw Skeletor, I got him complete. And then the Dragon Blaster Skeletor there, complete. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.